I hate weird stuff. I do. I hate things that are weird on purpose. I'll never be able to like get over that.
Like they're weird just for the sake of being weird.
Yeah, if you're trying to be weird, I don't like it.
Like guys that paint their nails. That's how I feel about them. Because not the gay ones. The straight guys who are like, no, I just like painting my nails. It's like, Nick, then you're gay. Right?
I don't think
they're just trying to be like, they just want everybody to look at them. It's a look at me move. It's I need attention.
Yeah, it is.
For a straight guy to paint his nails, so it's like that's a narcissistic human being.
Nothing wrong with attention, but there is.
Absolutely there is. You kidding?
I forgot where we even started with this. That was
you said you hate it when people are when things are just different.
Yeah,
for the sake of being different.
Just weird for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Yo,
you want to just start?
I thought we already started.
Can you turn it up? Is there any way you could turn it up?
Yo, you fuck with energy drinks?
I like Red Bull. Yeah, I like a vodka Red Bull.
Have you had an energy drink and it like really like got you? Like you were like
fired, like
like pre-workout or something like that.
I don't drink pre-workout.
Oh, okay.
That seems like just completely unnecessary to me. Pre-workout.
Yeah.
I always think about like how humans have lived throughout humanity. And I'm like, pre-workout, like all those guys, the Spartan warriors and like the Neanderthal humans, they didn't have pre-workout and they could have kicked your ass.
I don't believe that they didn't have nothing.
You think a Neanderthal would beat you up?
A Neanderthal? No.
He wouldn't beat you. You think you would beat up a Neanderthal?
I would, it wouldn't be a fair fight. Neanderthals, I don't know what you think. First off, they're dumb. They're mad dumb. And they were little. They were like 5'6". I would have just punched it one
You're
time.
You're like 5'9".
Head would. How come? Why do you always got to bring my height into every podcast episode? I don't understand it. And you always say shorter than what I am. I'm 5'11", and if I really stand up real straight, I'm 6 foot tall.
Oh, if you really stand up real straight?
If I want to. Sometimes I don't feel like being 6 feet tall. Sometimes I feel like just chilling.
Yeah. Yeah. That sounds about right. That sounds like you're definitely telling the truth.
I would really beat a Neanderthal. At least I hope so. Depends on how big their teeth are.
What about a Spartan warrior?
A Spartan warrior? Could
I beat like Russell Crowe in that, or not Russell Crowe? What's his name?
Could I beat a Spartan?
You know what I'm talking about?
No.
What the hell's that guy's name in that movie 300? Is that Russell Crowe? No,
no, that's
the guy from Law Abiding Citizen. Gerard Butler is his name.
Flavor Flav. I thought it was Flavor Flav.
Gerard.
Yeah.
You think you could beat him up like with the underwear outfit?
No,
tidy whities, and that's it, and a glistening tan body.
No, he's training
and he didn't have pre-workout.
Yeah, actually, I could. You want to know how I'd beat him up? Because he has a sword, and I will go get a gun.
He has. You can say gun. He has the will to. He has a willingness to die that you don't have, though. That's the difference between men then and men now. Men back then were like, "I will die today if I have to make my point." Men today are like, "Oh, I'm gonna hide. I'm gonna have some pre-workout." And if
I think it's funny that we just make up like what we think it was back then. Like, what if it wasn't like that at all?
Honestly, I have no idea.
They weren't
what it was.
Yeah.
What if the guys back then were painting their nails?
Yeah, there's people fighting to the death. Guess what? We do that now. Basically, they're just someone that tells you to chill.
Yeah. What if the Spartan warriors were like, actually, my pronouns are.
What if the Spartan warriors did have refs and some people died and the legend just got out like, yeah, they was dying.
They had refs?
Yeah.
Are you going to get a phone call every single episode that we record?
Yes. So what I was saying was...
As you can tell, we've prepared a lot of topics for this episode.
Sorry, my fault.
No, you're good. I thought you were gonna dress up for this episode.
You wanted me to be Kanye, but I feel like I'd have to explain it then. And then there's Jewish people that are also upset with how he's doing. So I don't know if I want to wear the costume. Mm-hmm. Should I throw it on for a second?
Do you want to give your take about the Jews?
Do I want to give
what you were telling me earlier?
Okay, wow.
When you were wearing the thing?
No, that did not happen.
No, just do it for the camera.
He is lying right now.
Thing.
No,
you were saying about the control or something?
This is crazy that it's so hard for me to make people believe that didn't happen. But anyways.
The thing about the shadows, operating in the shadows, that was interesting.
I don't even know what that means.
Whatever you said about that.
That's how I know you're wrong. So no, I'm not racist.
I thought you said like you can't be racist to Jews because it's not a race or something. Something like that?
I didn't say none of this.
Oh.
I didn't say any of that.
You sure? I thought it was you.
Yes, no, I didn't say any of that. I am not racist. I think everyone's the same people. They just move differently based off how they were raised. Everybody's same color. It's all different, but it's all the same. Everybody fucked up. Everybody's not fucked up. Everybody's nice. Everybody's compassionate. So it don't even matter.
Why do you think if you were to try to put yourself in the mind of God, why do you think he made different races?
He didn't. He put us down here, and some of us were black. Some of us went to the other side of the things. They got white.
But what about like Chinese people? Why do their eyes do that?
Because it's all about the how they the shit. Were they in the Ice Age? Weren't they fucked up in the Ice Age?
Why do you always start these
that's what I'm saying.
Rants? You have no idea what you're talking about.
Yes, I do.
Why their eyes are like that? Because of the Ice Age?
It could be. It was cold as shit. It was cold as shit, and it was like, damn, I gotta, you know what I'm saying? I gotta make my
okay. So it was like snowing a lot, and they were like,
yeah, it could have been. You don't know. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't. But I don't think you do either. Why do you?
That's what could happen. That's how we change. And I'm black because we was over there in the sun getting cooked. He's getting cooked, but we were chilling over there.
That seems simple enough.
I see African tribes and shit. Like people be like, oh, I feel bad for them. I think that they love their life. They do die real quick though.
Modern day African tribes.
Yeah, modern day.
I'm sure they do.
Solo tribes.
I'm sure they do.
Yeah, shout out to the Mbapu tribe. I just made that up. I don't know if that's a tribe.
So shout out to all of our listeners in Mbapu. That would be the interest. I would like to live a life just removed from like all of the mass media that we have in this stupid country. That would be fun.
Yeah, that would be good.
Like, just imagine living before not only before screens, but before like pictures. You know what I mean?
That would be ass.
Like even in like the 80s, if you like a picture would take like a week to develop. There weren't just pictures left and right everywhere on the screen in your friend's phone. You wouldn't see 1,000 pictures a day. You would,
Yeah.
You wouldn't like have to be that mindful about like how you leave the house.
Right.
The odds that somebody had a camera on them to take your picture was pretty low. You could just exist, and just fade into oblivion.
Damn, that was deep.
I don't think it was that deep.
I was in my head about that. I was like, damn, this shit, we got phones on us right now. Anybody could just call us at any time.
It's
Back
just
then,
nuts.
they didn't have none of that. They're like, yo, I'm going to work. Be working out of town.
I know. It's like, I know this is not
I'll
like
see you later.
The most original conversation to be happening, but it's just like, it's only like the last 25 years that this has existed. And it's so like normal to us now. But like, I just want to like for a week just live like with, payphones and like stopping and asking for directions. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but yeah.
Wouldn't that be fun?
Stop and ask for directions? Nah, that's not fun. But
you sound like one of those toxic men who can't stop and ask for directions. That's a toxic male trait. If not me, I'm sensitive.
You got to be some toxic. You got to have some toxic masculinity.
You do have to have a certain amount of toxic masculinity, yeah.
Maybe not. Someone told me I don't have any real opinions about anything, so.
That's funny. That's a good insult. Just like, that really makes you feel like a zero.
The wildest thing is I probably just said that to myself one time, and I'm like, damn. Niggas hate me. They hate me.
Yeah, I've never really struggled with that.
So I was talking. So someone was like, "Wait, let me get this right." Someone was like, "Yo, like I was thinking about like ways to like get shit popping." You know
get shit popping?
Yeah. I was thinking about like different ways to like get shit popping, and someone was like, I think you're the most funny when you're being yourself. Be yourself and don't do like these characters." And I was like, I don't know how to be myself.
Yeah, what is that? And I hate it when people say that. Be yourself. Nobody knows who the hell they are. For real. I have no idea who my real self is. Zero. None.
Shit.
Everything I do, I got to think about what I'm going to do first. I don't think that exists anymore. We're too like self-aware in today's world. Like that whole like don't think about it, just like just be yourself. Nobody's doing that. Nobody can do that.
Yeah.
That's gone. Those days are over. Damn. You all think about what you're doing every second of every day.
And we all gonna die.
Mm-hmm.
All gonna die.
Maybe not though. maybe not.
Yeah, you're about to have a
Who
rude
knows?
awakening.
You know, you ever think like that everyone else is like in on the joke of your life? Like you've just imagined everyone.
Wait, what?
I used to think that a lot when I was a kid. I used to think that like every other person in my life was like an angel or like a demon, or like everybody is like in on the prank of like, let's make this kid think that he exists and there's this place called Earth and he's on it.
You thought you were Jesus?
I mean, I might have a real real narcissism problem here, but yeah, when I was a kid, I sometimes thought like,
you were Jesus.
I wonder if everybody's just messing with me. Maybe not that. I didn't think like, I just thought everybody was messing with me. I thought like everyone was in on the joke of like
everyone was a character in your life.
Like let's build this place called Earth.
Yeah, and like you
and we'll just mess
shows,
with this kid.
You watch all the shows and there's like a school bully, and you're like, oh, it's not gonna happen. And then you go to school and it's the same exact dude, like just being a bully.
Yeah. What's the number one thing? Just to pivot real quick, what's the number one thing that are like that you in life that you're like that's gonna happen to me? You dread it and you're like, I just know it. That's going to happen to me one day.
That's going to happen to me, but I dread it. I'm definitely at some point going to have to rock a cane. I already know it.
That's cool, though. That's cool.
I'm at just when times, I'm not going to use it all the time, but sometimes just pop my little cane. I'm just.
You could definitely rock that. Like a porch black guy playing checkers.
Whoa.
I know. I didn't. You know what I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. We've done this before on the podcast. An African American man who sits on the porch, plays checkers and drinks sweet tea.
I know.
And just has a great life.
Yeah. If we run it back, it sounds fine. Maybe it doesn't. I don't know. I don't know how to feel about saying. I don't know where to put that.
Yeah.
But either way. Just don't say black. You didn't have to say that.
I shouldn't have said.
You could.
I shouldn't have said it the way I said it. I guess
you could have just said, "Yeah, you just the guy on the porch." You said, "Yeah, the black guy on the porch."
For some reason, I have a visual in my head of like a Morgan Freeman type of old black guy with a cane. That's like a wise black man.
Yeah, there's many of them in the hood. Too,
I think you will be wise one day.
Yeah, one day is crazy. But yeah,
you're definitely not wise right now.
I mean, yeah, I don't know. Who knows?
See, that's not a wise man would never say that.
Who knows?
Who knows?
That's what
a wise man. I gave you the owl because I feel that one day you will be wise. I don't think you're wise right now.
Okay. Well, you got. Then what do you got?
The athlete, because that's what I am.
Okay. All right.
You disagree?
Okay. I mean,
I obviously am an athlete. Need I go through my stats again? 1,000 points, 1,000 rebounds, nearly 1,000 assists.
In high school?
Yeah.
No, you didn't.
Women's college basketball practice player in college.
You did all that in high school?
New York City pickup legend.
You played for a Catholic pickup squad.
Yeah.
Y'all practiced twice a week and played every Wednesday after Ramaka.
After
Ramaka.
A Ramaka?
Yeah, because you went to a church school. I don't even know what that is, but y'all had a
What is erotica?
Religious. I don't know what y'all did at your school. Your acid ball.
I don't feel like doing this again. I mean, the numbers clearly support me. The data, the real life proof. We played 1-on-1. I destroyed you.
Okay.
Everybody knows I'm better than you. You can ask anybody that's seen us both on the court at the same time.
It's getting warm out. It's getting warm out. Let's switch.
I fear that we're boring the viewers. Yeah, let's get to the topics. Let's get to the rundown. Disney released a movie called Snow White. You ever seen it? Well, they released it in 1930, whatever, and then they released another one. They decided to apparently change the whole thing, and then this girl's really annoying. It's one of those stories that I'm following peripherally. Can you say that word?
Peripherally?
Peripherally?
With my peripheral?
I'm going to say the first part, and you finish it for me.
Peripherally.
I've been following the story. I haven't paid close attention to it, but the girl seems very annoying, and it makes me happy that it's flopping.
Our stories are getting lost.
Yeah, they are. Well, no one's watching this movie, apparently. Snow White.
Yeah, I didn't even know it was coming out. I just heard it did bad. I didn't even know. Only thing I heard about it is that it did bad. I didn't hear anything else.
Yeah, breaking news. There's a shit movie out there.
Like Snow White flops. Like, yeah, no one knew about it.
Oh, yeah. There was something else. Like, there's 7 dwarfs in the movie Snow White. And for this movie, Peter Dinky Dinklage was like, no dwarves should be in the movie. So they don't have dwarves or something? They don't have like actual dwarves playing?
I don't know. Wait, you don't like that? You think that there should be dwarves?
I just, Peter Dinklage, like, why don't you just, if you don't want to be in the movie, don't be in the movie. But like, what do you get to decide for all dwarves that there should be no?
But the thing is, though, you got to think about other
little people, whatever.
Other little people, if they see that movie, they're gonna be calling them that. Like that's gonna become their name. Like if they're like, oh, he's sleepy. What's the name? Like
sleepy, dopey.
No
grumpy.
Dwarves. No.
Why not?
No dwarves with all that. No dwarves.
How can you go through life as a what are they supposed to be called?
Little people.
How do you go through life as a little person and you experience all that and you get the toughness as a result of that, as a result of being that like different than everybody else? That's got to give you some really thick skin, right? You find a way to get through that and to exist and to be a person and to contribute a way to the world. And then you get upset at a name. Somebody says you're a dwarf and that's what knocks you down finally.
That's not the thing.
How about the fact that you're 3 feet tall? Doesn't that make you sad? If you're able to get over the fact that you're a midget, why can't you get over the fact that somebody's calling you that?
Because there's dwarfs that would really beat you up. I promise you. There's a few dwarfs.
What in the world does that have to do with what I just said? I'm just
saying they don't want to be little.
I wouldn't want to be a little person either.
They wouldn't want to be little sleep. They wouldn't want to be sleepy things. They're men.
Too bad you are a little sleepy thing.
Oh my god.
They just are, Clyde.
Yeah, but they're. What do you?
I'm not God. I didn't make them.
Making it seem like they're not humans or something.
No, of course not.
That was taking it far, but maybe not. But nah. You know, I think it's funny how differently male little people get treated from female little people. Female little people, I feel like their lives are just normal. They're small, but they're just like, it's like, damn.
You know what I think the worst part about being a little person is?
What?
When you get angry as a little person, it must be real hard to convince people to take you seriously. Like, imagine a little person, right? Gets all pissed off, and then they try to like storm out of the room, and then they got to reach up to grab the doorknob. They reach up, and then they throw the door closed.
Oh my god!
You know,
I don't know what to say. Damn,
that must be the worst part. Is everyone thinks you're a big joke?
Fuck.
I don't know. I'm trying to put myself in their shoes, in their little shoes.
Good thing I'm 6'2".
In their Monopoly piece size shoes. You're not 6'2". You're closer to being a midget than you are to me.
That's
not true.
So stupid. Why would you even say that?
Little person. Right. Sorry.
But listen. Mm-hmm. Y'all saw the guy, the pastor Yo, the pastor was like, lock the doors. I need $40,000 now. Lock the doors of ushers. Lock the doors.
Sweat stains.
Looking gross. What would you have done if you were in there?
I'd have been scared.
Yeah, it was scary, dude. It was definitely a little scary. Mm-hmm. He's like, ushers, get the doors.
I'm not playing. They were like, because watching the video, it seemed like the ushers were like, "You serious? Lock the doors right now?" He's like, "I'm not playing. Lock them doors."
My gosh. He was like, if you don't even if you pay on your phone, bring your phone up and show it to me. Like, he was not letting them leave.
These guys are like, they're like CEOs of the church rather than like pastors. You know what I mean? I think they're like CEOs. Some of these guys are like filthy rich.
Yeah, because they're taking all the people's money.
You know who's crazy? I don't know if you've ever been to like a white church.
Yeah,
a modern white church. The music directors, they're all like, those people are just, they drive me crazy. They're such cornballs.
I think they're cool.
Really?
Yeah, I like them. They're always really like happy, nice people.
I guess, but it just seems like they're like trying to make church about them. Like they think it's like their own rock concert or whatever. Good morning, church.
You got to sing in church, and you need
stand on your feet right now for me. Will you say amen?
Yeah, you need to. Yeah, they're performing.
You're like, just sing this. Just sing the song.
That's what you just had a bad one.
I've had multiple, and they're all like that.
Nah, we had where I was from and where we went. Our church singers used to kill it. They were celebrities.
The singers, like most of the music people I like. I'm talking about the main one, the one that's like the worship leader. I guess it's called
the worship leader. Nah, mine was fire. She used to bring the tambourines out. Snap.
Oh, that sounds cool. But what about like the main thing I'm talking about is like in between songs. They give like a little speech, like a little monologue.
Yeah.
And it's always just like, I'm so cringy. And
now I'm thinking about what kind of church you're talking about. Mm-hmm. It's a little bit different. Mm-hmm. They don't got the tambourine.
They never fit the role. They never fit the part. It's never like a cool black guy. It's like some dorky, like white guy.
I think the main reason why church trips me out to go to now is that I feel like I can't leave when I want. I feel like I'm just there until whatever is happening is over, and I don't like that.
That's good. I did that though, like a month ago. I went to church, sat there for like 15 minutes, and then I was like, I don't feel like it anymore.
Yeah.
So I just got up and left.
Was it a big church?
Yeah, I was sitting in like the balcony.
Oh, damn.
So I listened to like the first 15 minutes of the message, and then it just got repetitive, and the speaker wasn't very good. So I was like, I'm gonna go home.
It's kind of banging.
That's like it dawned on me like how fun it is, how good it is to be an adult in that moment. It's like you know, you ever like just walk outside and you're like, you know what, I feel like having pancakes, and then you just go get pancakes, and you're like, you know, sometimes I don't really appreciate how awesome it is to be an adult and be alive.
Yeah,
like I can just be like, hey, I want pancakes, and then I can just go get them. That's incredible.
Yeah, being an adult is way better than being like a teenager.
I can be in church and I can just be like, nah, I'm done, and I can just leave.
Yeah.
It's incredible. What a life.
Your own free will.
Free will. Do you believe in free will?
Do I believe in free will? Or opposite to predestiny?
Yeah, like, do you have any control over your life?
Control over our lives? Yeah, for sure.
You think?
Yeah.
All right. So baseball has returned.
Yes.
Let's bring it back to something we know about. We know a little bit about sports.
Yeah. Baseball's back. Wow.
Baseball is back. The Yankees are 3-0 as we sit here. By the time this comes out, they'll probably be like 8-0. They're using new bats, but they're not new. They've been around for a few years. Apparently Stanton used them last year. There's like guys all over baseball using them. But of course, the internet losers, like probably Clyde, I don't know, we'll see what he thinks, coming at the Yankees saying the Yankees are cheaters. Like that closer on the Brewers. The Brewers gave up like 89 runs in 3 days. And then the closer on the Brewers got all pissy about the Yankees' new bats, even though they're not new. And he was like, it seems like a slow pitch softball thing to me. Like, it seems kind of bush league. I don't know. He's like, oh, but it's the Yankees. They're going to let it slide. And it's like, bro, it's not the Yankees. There's guys all over the league using them. They've been around for a couple of years now. There's a bunch of cowards out there is my point. But it's good to be the evil empire. It's good to be back. That's how I know the Yankees are fully back. Coming off a World Series appearance. Starting this year, everyone's accusing us of cheating. We back, baby.
First off, y'all aren't back. Y'all were never there. Y'all haven't been there in a long time. But listen, no new baseball bats. Why are you using new bats? What is that? Weird bat? Why are you using a weird bat? It's baseball. What are we gonna do next? What's next, man? We got the challenge, the pitcher, and the bases are getting bigger. Everything's changing. Yo, use the old bats. What's going on? Is this play? If you want to use different bats, call it a different sport. If you want to make all these different other rules, it's a different sport. Like, yo, use a bat. Use a wooden bat.
They are using wood bats.
Yeah, but they're all weird. Like stop changing baseball. It's a baseball bat. Mm-hmm. Why are you making a baseball bat weird? Why are you trying to change baseball? Oh, they hit all these home runs. No, leave the same bats. Don't bring no weird bats around me.
So, like, what? But everybody's kind of got different bats. Like, what about grips? Like, can the grips be different?
No.
So everyone should use the exact same bat.
Grips are fine.
How about this? You know that yellow skinny wiffle ball bat? Why don't we just make something like that out of wood and everybody has to use the same bat?
What's your point?
Well, I don't understand how you're going to get a uniform bat for everyone across the league. You have guys that like Stanton, who's like 6'6", and you have short, like their bats are going to be shorter, longer.
Nah, there's got to be a ratio. You can't just make a weird bat like that. What is that? What are we doing?
There's some type of regulation that they're following.
Bro, nah, I don't like it, bro. Don't.
You're
change.
Afraid of change.
No, I'm not afraid to change. I don't want it to change. It's a baseball bat. No, I don't. Why am I? I'm not even using it. I'm watching it. I don't want them to go if there were no weird bat. Do what we used to watch growing up. That's what we use.
Yeah, I missed before the nerds came into baseball. You see, there's nothing worse that's ever happened to baseball than that Moneyball idiot on the Oakland Athletics.
Yeah, that sucked too. But I get it.
This is everyone's hero worship. He won nothing. 0 championships. He won nothing. They changed the whole game for this Billy Bean moron.
Yeah.
Oh, because Moneyball, because it's Brad Pitt. I bet you the real Billy Bean was ugly and had no charisma. And we just went and changed the game for this nerd for no reason. It's annoying.
That was weird.
Like, I mean, it's a new game, so I kind of understand. But like, I miss when there was like rules, like unwritten rules to like how you set your lineup. You know what I mean? Like you have like the skinny, super fast guy who never hits home runs. He leads off. And he just tries to hit one right back up the middle and then steal his way to third. And then the second guy is like a little bit more power, but, still just a contact hitter. And then 3 and 4, you start. I miss when you could just predict what type of hitter was in each spot in the lineup.
Yeah, you can't.
Yankees have a 38-year-old first baseman lead off the game.
Yeah, you can't do that anymore.
He did hit a home run in the first pitch of the game, but still. Yeah. I do miss the kind of like... Yeah, like the unwritten rules, like the predictability of old baseball.
Yeah,
a little bit.
The Trumpster.
Yeah, he's getting rid of like that bullshit ticket fee stuff, which I thought Biden was doing that, and then I guess he didn't do it, and now Trump's doing it. But it's great.
The Trumpster,
the Trump dog.
Oh man,
I feel like if you were president, you could do kind of like whatever you wanted behind the scenes, but there's just certain moves that you could do that just like would win you such favorability with the common man that I think everybody would be like, that guy rules. And like getting rid of the ticket gouging is one of those things. Everybody's experienced that. And it's like, that's something tangible that people can like remember that you did, like making the Monday after Super Bowl Sunday a national holiday. Whatever president does that, it's going to get reelected easily. Guaranteed. You know what I'm saying? Like all this, like economy, tax proposals. What are we going to do? Like
you can't ignore that
this
stuff.
War overseas. It's like, yeah, whatever. But like, if you just make certain decisions about people's like day-to-day lives, certain like obvious choices, like if you give everybody off the Monday after the Super Bowl, you're going to win. the next election.
But
promise you.
But sometimes you don't see what is really happening though on the inside. So like, for instance, if you have a restaurant and you do wing night, you do buy one get one, you're losing money. If you have the day off you have Monday off, every company, we're gonna lose so much money that day.
I know, but my point is it won't matter. I'm just talking about, will people vote for you? People are going to vote for you.
Oh, you're just no.
Yeah, if you just do certain things, people are going to vote for it. Or they talk about like the 4-day work week.
Oh yeah.
If you make the work week 4 days,
yeah,
you'll win in a landslide. Easy peasy, no problem.
You'd be voted for.
Mm-hmm. I'm trying to what else? What other easy moves can you make as president and just have everybody vote for you again?
Social Security, give people Social Security. That would be cool if they did that.
No, that you're talking to official policy stuff.
Except the people's healthcare plans.
You can cool. You can make it so airlines are not allowed to just do their bullshit.
Yeah, they have to get you a hotel.
Right. If you cancel my flight, it's you got to make it up to me.
I think they did that.
Yeah. President Hockman signs an executive order. Airlines will no longer be allowed to bullshit.
Billy's running for president.
I would love to run for president. I'd be so good at it. I would be good at running. I would be a horrible president, but I'd be good at running for president. I would. I know all the answers. I know all the right things to say.
Okay.
I don't really know what to do. But nobody really does, right?
I think there might be some people
who know what to do for president.
Who know what to do for president?
Because most of them have never been president before.
Yeah, no, you don't.
And then you get elected, and they're the first day they're telling you where all the bodies are buried, and hey, guess what? There's really aliens, and you're like your mind's probably spinning.
And they're always so old, so they don't even get to see what they really did.
Mm-hmm. We're kind of all over the place because the camera keeps dying. But another thing I want to talk about is that apparently they are going to pursue the death penalty for Luigi Balls. CEO killer
for Mangione.
Luigi Mangione.
They're gonna
death penalty. People are kind of oh, how could you? Nah, he did shoot somebody in broad daylight. Eye for an eye.
Yeah, but if you don't get the death penalty if you murder someone in broad daylight.
I know he probably isn't going to get it, but
at least I don't think so.
I guess usually you don't, but I mean I don't see why not. It seems very fair to me. You kill somebody, yeah, you should die.
You kill somebody
that cold-blooded. You know, there's no emotion involved in that. You just random dude walked up to the middle of the street, killed him. It's then you kind of deserve to die.
Yeah. Well, I'd rather him.
I hate that Luigi guy.
So, wait, what?
Hate him.
Why?
Because he's a murderer. And it's I'm supposed to just the people's reaction to him annoyed me.
No.
He's a murderer.
But he's way more than that. He
not really.
He was making a statement, and it really was made. He made people way more aware because of the healthcare premiums. Like they pay for healthcare, and then they go and they need the healthcare, and then they get denied after they've been paying for so long.
No, I know it's a stupid. Believe me, I know that the healthcare system is not right.
People were sleeping on it, and he had a case, I guess, that went really far. He was trying to save his mom. He was a really smart guy. Mm-hmm. So I think that
real smart.
Bro, what he did, it opened up a lot of eyes.
He killed two little kids' father. He killed him.
Yeah, that guy,
real smart.
Yeah, that guy is stealing people's money.
Okay, that doesn't give you the right to play God.
How many guys is that killing? He didn't want to play God. He knew. He just wanted to. He did. He needed to understand.
You take another human being's life. You're playing God.
No, he is a. What's a martyr? I don't know what a martyr is.
A martyr is somebody who dies for a cause.
That was him.
Luigi is still alive.
Yeah, but I mean, either way, he knew what was happening, so he could be doing that. I think.
I understand.
I didn't know about that. I didn't know about the healthcare stuff all like that. And then guess what? That happened, and I was like, "Oh, that's fucked up. That needs to change." So now that has to be topic that people cover moving forward if they want to be elected.
Where's the line though? Like, how about this? I go into PF Chang's, and some people might not know this, but PF Chang's is wildly overpriced, and it's like fast food, and it's like $30 for a normal meal at PF Chang's. That good. So how about this? I go tomorrow and I find the general manager of the PF Chang's here in New York, and I kill him.
Okay.
And then some people go like, how could he? But then they find out actually I had a message behind my killing, and it's that I wanted to bring awareness to the fact that PF Chang's is ripping people off. Am I a good guy?
Yeah, no, that's $15. We're talking about people's lives and loved ones. What did you even just say? That was crazy.
I just don't think we should be celebrating a guy who murdered a father.
No. He shouldn't. He was definitely stealing money though.
Well, I don't know. Yeah. Maybe he was. I don't think people actually know, like that Brian Thompson dude.
And I saw something, which I don't believe anything I read, but they said that, like,
yes, you do.
So many more. No, I don't. So many more things were getting denied while he got. You see this Mo3 video?
No.
Okay, so there's this rapper that got gunned down on the highway, and there's video of it.
Oh, and did he get gunned down by a martyr hero?
No, and people are just watch the video.
What about the viewer? What are they going to do while I watch this video? This is a 2-minute 46-second clip.
They're going to either have to just wait here or skip 2 minutes and 40 seconds.
Guys, go to the bathroom or whatever. Call your mom. I'm going to watch this video.
This is your intermission.
We should do like reaction videos, but except we don't even show the video we're reacting to.
Like, damn, that was crazy. Her titties came out. Oh, shit.
Whoa.
On the highway.
Is that just road rage?
No. 40K on his head.
Wait, so this guy's just like an assassin?
Yeah.
And this is a rapper?
Yeah.
And what's his name?
Mo3.
Mo3?
Yeah.
I guess the line ends there. There ain't gonna be no mofo.
Oh my god. Oh my
no
god.
mofo.
Damn. Yeah. So people were saying like, they were upset that he left the car. They were like, why would you leave the car in that situation?
Why did he leave the car? First came to a complete stop in the middle of the highway.
Right. Yeah. I don't know. But I give him the benefit of the doubt because your adrenaline's probably going so fast. You're getting shot at on the highway. I can't judge him for.
Oh, he was already popping through the window, and then he stopped.
Yeah, I mean, it doesn't show that. He was just swerving around, and then he stopped and got out of his car.
Oh, yeah. I mean, and the guy like sprinted after him. I guess he was trying to run away back into the highway, basically.
Yeah, it looks like he couldn't find his gun.
I'll tell you what, though, some of these rappers, like, I mean, every time a rapper dies, I'm like, who? Like, I never have any clue who they are, and then they die, and then I know who they are for 5 seconds. So, I don't know. Like, who's Mo3? Like, did you ever listen to a Mo3 song?
No, never in my life.
Never.
No, never.
But it's like news that he's dead, I guess.
Yeah. I mean, that video is more of just watching someone get. Do you like glory videos like that? Like videos like of people like getting like injured?
No. Oh, I hate those. Like when they happen in sports and then everybody. My nose is so itchy. Everybody rewinds a million times and watch the guy's leg bend in half.
No, I'm talking about like outside, like when people like people falling from like something big or like something like that. Like, do you watch those or do you you skip them?
Hate them. I like those videos of like people jumping out of the Twin Towers on 9/11. Don't like that. Not one bit. Makes me sad is all.
I don't think you know what I'm talking about. I need to send you some videos.
All right, yeah, send them to me. How about that animal thing I sent you? Did I send you that?
I don't think so.
Oh, look, check this out. Hold on. Let me find it. Stand by. Another reaction video that you guys don't get to see the video. No, I'm just kidding. I'll put the video up. Okay, look at this thing.
What the fuck is that? What is that?
No idea.
Is that AI? Or is that just a...
It might be like... No, I think it's a real animal.
Is that an ass naked... sloth? That's an ass naked sloth. Why are you looking at ass naked sloths?
Oh, it's a sloth. Yeah, you're right.
Dang. Sloths are... Why do they move like that? It would be ass to be a sloth.
Why is it so big, though?
That's how big they are.
Ew, dude.
Yeah, that one is down bad.
That thing should just be...
The craziest thing is he's running away from someone right now. He was going fast for him. Yeah, I'm moving.
My nose is hella itchy.
All right, let's get this.
I shaved and got a haircut right before this, so I have little hairs all over my body. You know what I'm saying?
Looks good. Looks good.
Thanks, man.
How much did that cost you?
It took you 40 minutes into the pod to tell me a nice haircut.
I mean, I never looked at you before.
You're the worst. You're the worst podcast co-host ever.
It's only the third time I've ever looked at you before.
You want to do a list?
Yeah, let's do top.
Oh wait, before we do a list, I want to tell you about my neighborhood. I don't know if you got this when you're on your way over here, but my neighborhood is infiltrated right now by beggars, not like homeless people, but by like young Gen Z losers in like bright neon vests trying to get you to donate to whatever stupid, pathetic group. I can't leave the house now without like denying a kid with cancer money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You know, my least favorite part about that whole experience is the way they try to like make you feel like a bad person for not
helping out. Yeah.
Like they're like, to try to get your attention, they'll be like, "Hey, I love your pants. You seem friendly. Do you want to help a kid not die?"
Yeah.
And then you're like, you try to be nice. You're like, "Sorry, I got to go. I got to get to work." And they're like, "It's okay. I hope you have a wonderful day."
Yeah.
Like, shut up. I know what you're doing. I know what you're doing. You're trying to make me feel... It's not enough that you got to, like, bother me in the streets. But then when I say no, you have to try to, like, twist the knife and make me feel bad about it.
What are they trying to sign you up for?
I don't even know. I don't listen. As soon as you see that neon, like, jacket, you know?
Yeah. I've gotten got by one of those before. There was this girl. She was like, real cute. She's like, "Hey, handsome." And I was like, "Huh?" I was like, "Huh? What you say? Huh?" And then she was like, "Yeah, I'm selling this." I was like, "I'm late for work."
Are you excited to do some lists, Clyde?
Yeah, let's do it.
The 5 guys. Or whatever we decided to call it. Who the hell knows? All right. Top 5 days of the week.
All right.
Woo! Number 1 day of the week, Saturday. Gotta have it. Absolutely. The weekend, you still have off work the next day. Do whatever you want. You can sleep until noon. You could wake up at 9. Whatever you want to do. Freedom. Saturday equals freedom.
Yeah.
You can eat whatever you want on a Saturday. Everybody knows that. There's no diet rules. Have a cheeseburger. Have some ice cream. College football. Maybe there's some hockey on. Maybe golf. Saturday's rule. Number 1 day. Number 2 day of the week. You want to guess?
Sunday.
Thursday. Good guess on Sunday, but Thursday is the number 2 day of the week. It's a lot like the theory is basically sometimes Christmas Eve is better than Christmas. Sometimes Christmas is kind of a letdown. That's how I feel about Fridays. Thursdays are like the Christmas Eve of every week. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's like tomorrow's the day. And then Friday gets there and you're like, "Nah, I'm kind of tired from working all week. I'd rather just go home and eat ice cream and watch a movie."
Yeah.
Thursdays rule.
Thursdays are good.
Thursday night football. Getting some wings, maybe a couple beers, go out on a Thursday night. Whew. That's LIVIN, baby. Number 3 day of the week is Sunday. Sunday's just a nice, chill, cool vibe. You know, don't go nuts. Don't go out there. Don't go party. Don't go do some strenuous activity. You got to work tomorrow, but you're off today.
Yep,
that's Sunday for you in a nutshell. You got to work tomorrow, but you're off today. Sundays. Number 4, I'm taking a long time here, aren't I?
Sundays.
Number 4 day of the week is Friday. A lot of people might be thinking that Friday's a little low on my list. Well, Fridays are overrated. That's how I feel. Fridays equal overrated. They always get there, and then like I said, you just like tired from the whole week. And then there's like all this like you feel like you're expected to go out and do something on a Friday night. But it's like, I just want to go home.
Yeah. Go to sleep.
You know, just want to go to sleep. And then Saturday, you wake up with a little energy. Yeah. That's why Saturdays are number one. Fridays are probably the most overrated day of the week. Number 5 is the most underrated day of the week, which is Monday.
Okay.
As far as weekdays go, Tuesday is the worst day of the week. That's a snooze day. Wednesday stinks. Monday, love it. Monday's like, you wake up with a little deep breath. You feel a little fresh. Everyone cuts the shit from the weekend. Oh, I'm going kayaking. Oh, I'm going up to the mountains. Oh, I'm going to see my parents. It's like, nah, it's Monday. Get back here. Get to work. Love Mondays.
Monday's the worst day.
Nah, it's good. Everybody locked back in.
Nah, it's the worst day.
Mm-hmm. Plus, you can like kind of ease your way back into work on Monday. You can be like, I'll do a little bit today. But like it's Monday, you know, I'm gonna ease back into it.
But on
Monday's like a stretch day for the week. You're just like stretching, and then Tuesday, boring, and you got to work. Tuesday stinks. Over to you, Clyde.
And Wednesday's the last day. Wednesday's the worst.
No, Tuesday's the worst day. Wednesday is okay. 6.
All right, respectable list.
Thank you.
I will say Monday's last. Monday's the worst day because then you got to work. You got to work that whole.
You got to work
week.
Tuesday too,
and you still got that energy like from when you were out, and you can't really exude that.
Not if you do Sundays right. If you do Sundays right, you gotta have.
Monday's
have some energy.
The worst. Okay, so Monday's the worst. Number 1 day is Sunday because you just chill. That's all you're doing.
Yeah, you Sunday's a vibe.
I might leave the crib. I might not. I might just stay in the crib. I'm just chilling. Second best day, obviously Saturday. You can wake up early. You can wake up late. You can go out because you still got another day to rest before work. Number 3, I'm going to say.
What's he going to say, folks?
Friday. Because
Friday, overrated.
Friday is overrated. Yeah,
overrated.
I'm gonna move it to Thursday just because I associate Thursday with wing night, and then you got and even knowing you only have one more day, you go into the next day with the energy. So Thursday, 4 Friday, and then I'll go. Tuesday's the worst day.
No, Tuesday's 5.
Yeah, Tuesday's 5. Wednesday is just Wednesday is just whatever.
And Monday's the worst day of the week.
Yeah, Monday's the worst.
You're such a sheep.
Monday,
You're such a sheep. You'll believe
Monday
anything they tell you. Anything the Illuminati tells you. The Illuminati wants you to think Monday is the worst day of the week. It ain't. Mondays are sneaky, actually good. All right, next list. Top 5 activities that are too expensive.
Okay.
Can you go first, please?
I got 3. Okay, so I got bowling. Oh my gosh. Bowling is so expensive, especially in New York. Like, they'll be like, yo, $60 for an hour. What? What is this? What is that? That's too expensive. And then you get the $60 per hour and you got to rent the shoes.
Yeah. What?
That's too expensive. Make it a package deal. And then you go get food there? Food at a bowling alley? It's not happening.
I actually that just dawned on me how ridiculous it is that you have to wear bowling shoes.
You can't mess up the floor.
So just make the floor, make the lanes the slick floor. And why can't I mess up the floor before? I'm not allowed to step over that line anyways.
Yeah, but if you do, you're going to really mess the floor up though. You can't have that.
No. I call bullshit.
You just think that they just
they just invented a shoe for the activity that you don't even need a special shoe for, so that they could overcharge you. I'm passionately agreeing with your list.
Okay,
we don't need bowling shoes. Yeah, what's next? These are my playing guitar shoes. What? The shoes you're wearing have absolutely nothing to do with playing the guitar.
Yeah. All right.
Anyways,
we'll go.
Sorry, I agreed too hard with your thing.
We'll go arcades. Very expensive. Like, maybe they're not that expensive. Wait, actually, no. Wait, maybe they're not. I don't know. What
I don't know. I'm a grown up. I don't really go to arcades.
I don't know what I was thinking.
Dave and Buster's is kind of expensive.
Nah, Dave and Buster's not that expensive. Okay. We're gonna skip that.
Nice.
All right. Yeah, maybe bowling's all I have.
What a list.
I would say movie theaters being too expensive get a bad rep because
they are too expensive.
They are too expensive, but like, okay, so they'd be like, yo, $9 for a large Coke, and that is expensive for a Coke, but they give you a 2-liter. They give you the whole 2-liter. You get a slushie for $10. You are
but who
a whole thingy.
If you're still drinking if you're drinking that big movie theater size soda, still, you got problems, dude. That's something we all did, and we let each other do in like the 2000s, maybe the early 2010s. But come on, it's 2025.
Yeah, but
if you're still drinking that big ass soda,
you don't smoke bud.
That's like still smoking cigarettes.
If I go in there fried, I'm grabbing a whole blue icy, slurping it through the whole movie.
I think soda is like our generation's cigarettes. I think that when we were kids in the 2000s, late 90s, 2000s, we didn't really know how bad soda was. We just drank soda. It's like, whatever, it's soda.
Yeah.
But now we all know. If you're still drinking soda, other than like occasionally, come on, man.
Our generation got off the soda.
Yeah, you got to get off the soda, folks.
Our generation's off the soda.
All right, so that's it? You're going to wrap? All right, I'll give some expensive activities. Eating at P.F. Chang's. I mentioned it already, but they're absolutely out of control over there at P.F. Chang's. The arrogance that these people have, thinking they can charge me $30 for that crap that they serve. It's fast food. Not even. It's like horrible Chinese food, to tell you the truth.
Yeah,
and then, they ring you up. They're like, that'll be $37.84. And you're like, huh?
Yeah.
Please.
They pissed you off recently.
Hate PF Chang's. PF in the PF Chang stands for poor food. Poor food Chang's. Poor food, but it costs a lot of money. Piss food. Poop food. PF Chang's. Poop food Chang's. Yeah, that's right. How about I post this clip and have it go viral? How'd you like that, PF Chang's? Maybe stop charging me $38 for just some orange chicken. Next activity that's too expensive is clubbing. You ever like stand in line because like some idiot wants you to go to the club with them, tries to drag you out to one of these stupid uns clubs, and then you stand in line, and then the like bouncer, he's like trying to be a big tough guy, and he's like, this is like his only time in life he gets to feel like he's important at all because he gets to decide whether or not you come into the club, and then he's like, $200, bro, and I'm like, you think I'm paying $200 to come into your piece of shit club?
I hate that.
Yeah, see you later.
That is the worst.
Ridiculous. Number 3, haircuts. I feel bad for saying this because I like barbers. I think they're good people, but I just feel like haircuts are like just crazy expensive. It's not that hard. Just snip, snip. And then I got to pay you $50. Please. Golf. What are the expenses to let me play golf? Got to mow the lawn. That's it. But for some reason, I got to pay like $50 to play 9 holes.
Okay, so you're upset about.
And if the number one, the number one too expensive activity is gym memberships. You don't need a gym, people. That's the Illuminati. They've convinced you. It's a lie. It's propaganda that you need to have a gym membership to stay in shape. You don't need that. You need a bar, the ground, do some push-ups on the ground, do some sit-ups, run around, do some cardio, lift a rock, throw it in the lake, swim around a little bit. You don't need to be paying $100 a month to stay in shape.
You need a gym membership.
It's Jewish propaganda.
You need a gym membership. But good list.
Thanks.
So with the haircut thing, you could get a haircut for $30. Go ahead, get your ass a haircut for $20. Go ahead. You pay $50. You're complaining about how much barbers cost. Go ahead and get your hair cut by a $20 barber then.
You know what? Watch this. I'm about to display some incredible maturity. I'm going to remove it from my list.
Okay.
Out of respect for barbers. I honestly, when I put that on, I was like, you know what? I kind of feel bad because I like barbers.
Yeah.
And they do a good job.
That's what I'm saying. You could go to $20 barber. Just remember that.
I mean, that's kind of a historic moment in the podcast, isn't it?
Yeah, that you accepted you're wrong.
I mean, incredible display of maturity that you could never do something like that.
Nope.
All right, let's do one more list.
Wait, what was? Okay. what did we
Let's
just
not
do?
make it a list. Let's just talk about. I want to talk about my favorite war.
Okay.
Basically, where this comes from is I got the feeling that like World War II has become overrated.
Wow.
It's like, like a band, or for you, a rapper. But in my case, a band, they just get too popular, and then they're not as fun anymore. You don't like them as much anymore. That's World War II for me as a dude right now. It's become like the bandwagon war. Everybody loves World War II. Everybody's seen the documentaries about World War II. Everybody's wearing a World War II t-shirt. It's just, it's put me off to the whole thing. Hitler, I've heard enough about the guy. Overrated. Who's next? My favorite war is the Revolutionary War.
Why?
Because it's the story of America, baby. It's not appreciated enough how big of an underdog America was in that war. America winning the Revolutionary War against Great Britain would be like you beating me in basketball.
That's not true.
Huge upset
Because
no one saw it coming.
Because that's not true. But okay.
I also like Vietnam. There's a darkness to Vietnam that I like. We weren't supposed to be there, but we were there.
Yeah. Those are good.
Thanks. Do you have any fun springtime activities that you can...
No, I'm doing war.
Oh, okay.
So my favorite war is definitely the War of 1812. I don't even know what happened, but that had to be a fire war that they just named it the year. They're just like, no, 1812. That war was crazy. The War of 1812 is my favorite war, but my second favorite war.
Wait. Who? If you even had to guess, who fought in the War of 1812?
Who fought in the War of 1812? It don't matter what they was fighting the whole year, bro.
But I don't think
1812 was God had to be the realest war.
Just take a guess.
They didn't even name it. Bro.
Take a guess. Who fought
in
the War of 1812?
I have no idea. I don't even know. They can
name one of the countries that fought in the War of 1812.
America.
Against
America, right?
It was kind of a rematch.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, that had to be a crazy war, bro.
No. You didn't guess the opponent.
It's America versus America, right?
No.
America versus Britain.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, they had a nice little scramble for
That's when they burned down the White House.
Oh, wow. Yeah, see that? I knew that shit was lit, bro.
Yeah.
I knew, the War of 1812, because they didn't even name it. Yo, that had to be a crazy war.
Yeah, that's kind of like 9/11. Like they just named it the day.
And I don't even want to know what happened to War of 1812. That's all I need to know is they was rumbling in 1812. Shit was going crazy in 1812. So that's my favorite war. 1812 is my favorite war. My second favorite war was World War I because they had trench foot. Was that trench foot World War? Yo, trench foot. Yo, you if you had trench foot, you were a goon. Like, you know what I'm saying? If you're like, yo, I got trench foot. Like, that's some G. Like, imagine being out, you're at the club or whatever, you're at the bar with your friend, and then you go to the car and like, you're like, yo, I got shotgun because I got trench foot. They'd be like, yo, trench foot. Like, that's some real, like, if you had, like, I don't know.
I don't really know enough about trench foot. Like how
it don't even just imagine what a trench foot looked like. I just remember I just think of a dead foot, and they was in there.
I think of the color
they were
green.
Rumbling. Yeah, I think of like of a dark brown dead foot.
Mm.
So yeah, I just think that trench foot was some G shit.
So that's your primary association of World War I is you just makes you think of trench foot.
Think of trench. No, I personally think of pigeons.
You love the carrier pigeons.
The carrier pigeons. They were real. I need to get me one of those.
That was the last war that kind of like featured horses a lot, right?
I don't know.
World War I think so.
Horses were crazy.
The war, you know what it was called at the time? The War to End All Wars.
The War to End All Wars? Damn. Yeah, it didn't happen.
Yeah. Shows how much they knew.
Did not happen.
We're still fighting to this day. Do you think we'll be alive for World War III? It's going to happen eventually.
World War III?
Yeah.
It could be happening now. We just don't know it yet. We just don't know it because we're not reading the history books in 100 years.
You think that we could be in the middle of World War III and not know it?
We could be. But moving pieces, chess pieces, and then boom. But nah, I don't really think about that stuff. I don't. I'm hungry.
You kind of blew my mind with that. All right, well, we got to get out of here. Clyde's got to eat.
Wait, we don't have another top 5?
We had spring day activities, sunny day activities,
spring day activities, sunny day activities. Yeah, we're done.
All right, we'll save that for another time.
All right,
thanks, yo. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, thanks for coming. Yeah, thanks for hanging out, man.
Thank you, Clyde. Yeah, peace. I wish we could do an episode where you act black and I act white, but you can't act black. You being white really affects this podcast, by the way, because we can't really do all the stuff that we need to do because you're white. Because
just give me permission to do whatever. Are we talking about saying the N-word?
No.
So what can I do?
What can't you do? I can act white and no one would care, but if you act black, our podcast is over.
Says who? What do you mean act black? What does that mean? To me, acting black means like acting with a lot of character, acting in an upstanding way, being a gentleman, treating people the way I want to be treated, getting money, helping out the community.
Okay, do it then.
That to me is acting black.
All right, do it then.
This is how I act black.
Okay, great. This is good.
Hi, Clyde. It's nice to be here.
Good. Yeah.
Good to be here on the podcast today.
Maybe we won't be
I'd like to share with you my thoughts about the state of the world. And maybe help you.
Nah, that's
maybe help you folks with what's going on with you.
That's even more disrespectful than you.
That's how I act black.
Nah.
What did you think I was gonna do? Yo, what's up, man? What's up, man?
That was actually the whitest
my fault. My fault for being late, yo. That's my bad.
See, there it is. There's the real you. Our podcast is done. Our podcast will get canceled.
Cut it.